Africa. Just the name brings to mind wide open grasslands, the roar of lions and elephants walking slowly across the plains. For lots of people, it's the ultimate adventure. And right in the middle of this wild beauty is South Africa, a country bursting with life and amazing places to explore. And what better way to see it all than on a safari? Imagine yourself riding through the bush in an open-top jeep, the African sun warming your face as you breathe in the fresh air filled with the smell of wild plants and sun-baked earth. Around every corner, there's something new to see, a peek into the wild heart of Africa. South Africa's safari parks give you a window into this world, a chance to see the amazing variety of animals and the raw power of nature. From the famous Kruger National Park to smaller private reserves, each safari spot has its own special charm and gives you a front row seat to the exciting real-life drama of the wild. Whether you've been on safari before or it's your first time, South Africa's wilderness promises an experience you'll never forget long after you've left. So get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. The wild side of Africa is waiting. Kruger National Park, a name that means adventure, wildlife, and the untamed spirit of Africa. This huge park, almost 2 million hectares, shows the power and beauty of nature. Here, the big five lion, leopard, elephant, rhino, and buffalo roam free, along with tons of other amazing animals, from graceful giraffes and zebras to sneaky hunters like cheetahs and wild dogs. Imagine driving through the park, the morning fog hanging low over the grass as the sun starts to rise, painting the sky orange and gold. Suddenly, you hear branches breaking. A herd of elephants walks out of the bushes, their huge bodies making long shadows in the early morning light. The young ones chase each other playfully, their trunks raised like they're fighting, while the mum elephant keeps a close watch on her family. Down the road, a group of lions rests in the shade of a tree, their tan fur blending in with the golden grass. The cubs tumble and play, totally different from the quiet, watchful adults whose eyes are always looking for their next meal. Every moment in Kruger is a chance to see the amazing beauty and drama of the African bush. From tiny insects to the biggest mammals, every creature has an important job in this incredible place, and for a few special days you get to be a part of it. One time, during my many years as a guide, something happened that I'll never forget. We were following a group of lions on foot, a really exciting but a little scary experience. You could feel the excitement in the air, and every little sound made my heart jump. Then we saw them. The lions, a magnificent pride led by a huge male lion with a dark mane, were relaxing near a watering hole. We watched, amazed as the cubs played, their little paws reminding us of how strong these animals really are. Suddenly the wind changed, blowing our scent towards the lions. The lions changed instantly. They went from relaxed to alert in a flash. The big male stood up, staring right at us, a low growl coming from his chest. It felt like time slowed down. I could feel my heart pounding. Our guide, a real expert on the bush, raised his hand, telling us to stay quiet and still. Slowly we backed away, keeping our eyes on the lions. The tension was so thick you could almost touch it. Finally, when we were far enough away, the lions lost interest and disappeared back into the bushes. We all let out a big sigh of relief, our legs shaky. It reminded us of the power of nature and how important it is to be respectful when watching these amazing animals in their home. There's something truly amazing about elephants. They're smart, social animals with a quiet dignity. Seeing them in the wild is a special experience, a reminder of how majestic nature can be. I remember one time I saw a herd of elephants in Kruger. We were driving slowly when we came across a group of them near a watering hole. There were mums with their babies, young ones playing, and the leader, an old female, her wrinkled skin showing her long life in the wild. We turned off the car and watched quietly. The elephants didn't seem bothered by us, just doing their own thing. One young elephant, though, was curious about us. He left the group and walked towards our jeep, his trunk raised. He came right up to us, so close I could almost touch him. For a moment we looked at each other and I felt a connection with this amazing animal. Then, just as quickly as he came, he turned and went back to his family, leaving us speechless and humbled. The African bush is an experience for all your senses. It's a place where silence is alive, filled with the sounds of the wild. The sounds of birds singing greet the sunrise. All day long the sounds change, every rustling leaf, chirping insect, and distant roar telling a story. Imagine sitting around a campfire as the sun sets, turning the sky orange and purple. The air gets cooler and the nighttime world wakes up. A lion roars far away, its powerful call echoing through the darkness. The sad cry of a hyena gives you chills. But it's not just the sounds. The air is full of smells. The sweet smell of flowers, the earthy smell of rain, and the musky smell of animals. Every breath reminds you that you're a visitor in a wild and untamed world. The beauty of the African bush is in danger. Poaching, habitat loss, and problems between humans and wildlife are a big threat to these amazing creatures. Protecting them isn't just a nice idea, it's something we have to do. The fight to protect Africa's wildlife needs everyone to help. Anti-poaching units work hard every day, risking their lives to protect endangered species. Programs help local communities take care of their natural heritage. And responsible tourism helps people learn about conservation and gives money that helps protect wildlife. When you go on safari in South Africa, choose tour operators who care about sustainability and ethical wildlife practices. Look for lodges that are eco-friendly and support local communities. Your choices can make a real difference in protecting these incredible animals for future generations. The African bush is wild and unpredictable. It's an incredibly beautiful place, but it's important to remember that you're a visitor in the animal's home. Safety always comes first. Listen to your guide and do what they say. They're experts who know the bush and the animals very well. Respect the wildlife. Keep a safe distance from animals and never try to touch them. Remember, these are wild animals and you never know what they might do. Pay attention to what's around you. The bush is full of life, big and small. Watch out for snakes, insects, and other creatures that could be dangerous. By being careful and using common sense, you can have a safe and amazing safari experience. As your safari ends, you'll take the magic of the African bush home with you. You'll remember. So what are you waiting for? Answer the call of the wild and go on your own South African safari. Explore the wide-open savannas, see the incredible wildlife, and make memories that will last a lifetime. Africa is waiting. Go wild, discover yourself.